I ens trobem aquí en una nova entrevista a l'estudi Toreski de Ràdio Barcelona, aquí als estudis dels 40 Dents, i em fa moltíssima il·lusió compartir amb vosaltres aquesta trobada al costat de KAAZE. KAAZE, how are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here.
Nice to be in Barcelona also.
Very important.
It's important for you, Barcelona.
Yeah, I love Barcelona. Me and my family was going to move here last year. It was one of the options. Turned out we moved to Sweden because I got a little daughter, close to family, blah, blah. But one day I think I'm going to move here, at least get a place.
Yeah.
That's how much I like it to be here.
That's the headlight.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you feel like Barcelona is like a capital city for dance music?
Definitely in Europe. It's one of them, for sure. You know, like I've done a lot of Europe now, and there's definitely, I would say, a handful of cities that are always delivering. You know, Barcelona is probably one of them, yeah, for sure.
And now we are looking forward for this amazing tour in the States.
In the
Canada.
States? Oh, yeah.
It's not too far from here. I mean, the moment. Not the
No,
place,
it's 2
like
weeks.
the place,
yeah,
but-
the place is far. But yeah, in 2 weeks, right? I do Canada, and I do 3 weeks in America, and then straight from America to Thailand. So yeah, we don't
that close.
we don't need to talk about the jet lag, but
Important for you, the United States?
it is. I mean, to be honest, when I started KAAZE back in 2014, I was based in America. Started together with Tiesto. Tiesto is obviously a very big name in America. So like the majority of my fans became Americans, and up till this day, the number one fan base is still America. And I've just never done a proper solo tour. So this is my debut tour, and it's kind of like fun to see all these people finally be excited for me to come.
And like being an absolute legend. You were there like as a young, like it
Yeah.
was a DJ that was starting his career, and now you come as a legend.
I mean, I don't,
no,
I wouldn't look at
I'm
myself
telling
as a
you the legend. You can.
Well, thank you. That's
No,
it.
please.
But yeah, no, I'm just really stoked. You know, like a lot of great cities like New York and San Francisco. We got Miami, Florida, and that's good shows. You know, so I'm just super stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on our radio station are playing your new song, this Destination Calabria remix. What's your relation with the original, the relationship that you had with the track?
I mean, you know, I grew up with the real original from Denmark, Rune RK, who made the melody. That's what I grew up with 20 years ago. Then Alex Gaudino, the Italian producer, made Destination Calabria, which was such a smash and a big part of my start of making music for sure. Yeah, definitely. So I don't really remember how I got the idea. I think, if I remember right, I just made the idea just for my show. And it took off on social media, on TikTok and Instagram. And a lot of labels reached out to try to clear it. And then we finally did. Yeah.
And also, I think you are like really into remix.
Yeah, lately, but like yes and no. Because, you know, like the industry, obviously I've had for a long time this need of covers, sample-based, which has been, it's so fun to make like a new version of, I don't know, like how I did with Poppy or Maneater, super fun.
Desire.
Yes, Desire. But also like, I have a big passion for making original music, you know, and so this year is like, little bit more towards the OG, but like I'm kind of balanced it. So it's going to be a lot of original content, but also some remixes, but probably more towards the remix and not cover based. You know what I mean? So it's a fine line, but what to keep in mind is like, you know, like the house music industry has always been sample based. You know, that's where it comes from. So like using samples in the right way is always a dope thing to do. You know?
And I think you are also like a melodies expert. Like you take care of this part of the song.
Yeah, but you know, like from my melodic period of time when I was making a lot of progressive house and stuff, obviously, you know, the melody is the key. I don't know, like I'm a pianist, so I played piano as a kid, so I think that's where it comes from, why I like melodies so much. And I always try to implement a lot of melodies in my more techno-based music. You know, I try to keep it with a rhythm and not too static. So yeah, you know, melody is always going to be number one for me.
Yeah, and we were later talking that you are like returning to the roots of your music. I don't know if there's a change in your era, I could call it this way.
I mean, you know, like a lot of people, a lot of my fans don't know that I came from a very underground techno scene 20 years ago. Before I created KAAZE, I was making industrial, very deep underground Scandinavian techno, let's call it that way. And then it became more and more melodic over years. And then at one point, I was just like 2 years ago, I was a little bit bored and I wanted to find myself again, and that's where I went. But it came out a little bit different because it's still kind of mainstream in a main stage kind of thing, but it's just a little bit heavier, I guess, you know.
And you are also evolving, I think, as a DJ and as a person because of the age. I'm not the same person as I was 12 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah. I speak a lot with my team about that, you know, like you evolve as a person, and especially with age, you know, like I do feel like the music I'm making now suits my age better, you know, and I think that's important because your music reflects on who you are as a person.
And also as a person, I think 12 months ago, it changed your life. Definitely.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
You know, like I still can't really process, as I told you earlier, that there is a little creature calling me father, you know, or dada or papa. But, you know, she's the best thing that happened to me. And, you know, that's the only thing that is a little bit like, I love to tour and I am a DJ, always going to be. But that's the only thing that's a little bit sad now. Like now she is in that age where she goes up to the door when I go on tour. And, Papa, don't go, you know? So, but, you know, hopefully one day she will be proud.
Yeah, it reminds me like your father, when he was touring and you were with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could this happen in the future?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It already did. Yeah. When she turned 1, not that she would remember, but when she turned 1, I took my family to Tokyo and Singapore. Yep, to my shows there. She was too small to be on the show. But I have plans this year to bring them to some festivals. So I have this dream of bringing her up on stage on a festival.
Wow.
You know, then take that little video content. That's kind of, so I hope I can do that this year.
I think you are like replying this family model that you had like in your childhood with the music going on everywhere. Like I think your daughter also has this music thing and the golf thing.
Yeah, the golf we're going to talk about. But like, I to be really honest, what I think it is like, I've always had my studio at home. And when my wife was pregnant, she was always sitting in my studio while I was making music and stuff. And when you're full pregnant, you know, the baby hears and feels everything you do, right? So just super early in her life, as soon as we brought her up to my studio, she started freaking out about the piano and stuff. So I think she recognized it somehow, you know? But she's full obsessed. I can't even go in there and not be distracted by her. She's gonna come in, Papa, sit, and she needs to sit with me.
No, and now it's producing with you. Mm-hmm. Like there was a kind of video that we were chatting later that she was like with you, enjoying the music, and I really love it. I want to ask you because you had like this process as a DJ that one day you said I want to become a DJ. I want to send demos everyone. To make my music, and that's the Tiesto thing that we came later on. What's your advice that you are giving to this new DJ, maybe 14, 15 years old, that I want to be a DJ?
I would say, you know, like there's always this cliche about working hard and be disciplined and patient, but you know, after all these years, I'm gonna be honest and say, every time I got the best results in whatever I did was when I had the most fun. So like when I was only focusing on having fun, making music that made me happy or anything that's just joy, like as soon as I brought in any form of business idea or a strategy or how to make it, that's when nothing happened. So when I removed all that every time, you know, it's hard because you're always gonna be a business person, but like when you try to remove as much as possible and just do, it's always when things happening, you know.
When the art grows.
Yeah, it does, you know. And when you have fun, you automatically gonna have more discipline and more patience, you know, because you're just doing it because it's fun. So fun is the key to things, you know. If you have fun with what you do and you keep doing it, it's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice statement. I think when the artist is like growing.
Exactly. You just let the artistic part of you do his job, you know? And of course, it's important to keep some form of business in mind, but like in the beginning, it's not really about that. It's about being heard, exposed, and just show yourself, you know?
Yeah, in this way, now that you are a professional DJ and there are the charts and so on, and, does this matter to you? It's important or not that important?
The business part?
Maybe you came to the chart and say, oh, I am the 53rd most popular DJ in the world. It's like, oh, okay. Or it's like, oh, for me it's important. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, the most important for me is that I'm enjoying it
Yeah.
still. You know, I'm just like that person. When I don't enjoy, and when I stop enjoying, is when I'm gonna change. Like that's kind of what I did with my music. I had to go back and find my roots with my music to have it fun again. Of course, accomplishments are fun, you know, because that's an award for the work you do. You know, so of course, being top 40 DJ and you know and get to perform at some crazy festivals it's nice, but I take it more as a award.
Yeah.
You know, like okay, I did something good. You know.
Yeah. More than the award itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You know, so yeah.
No, that's nice. That's nice. It's like to be on this festival. It's an award. It's a reward for my job.
Yeah.
That I'm doing it.
Then of course it's quite hard to. I'm a workaholic as well, so I have these demons where you know I can enjoy the moment, but in my head already I'm 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the next thing, which I'm telling like that's what you should not do too much. You should enjoy the moment.
Yeah, the present, not the future. No,
Right.
But you are like
10
10 steps away, and it's like okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens to me also.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You know, it's very easy. You know.
I want to end this interview because we are running out of time, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us here in the biggest radio station here in Spain. It's fantastic. With 4 questions, five quick tests.
Yep.
5 questions. First one, the song that you have in your mind 24/7 now.
25 September.
Yeah.
It's not in my mind 24/7, but that was what popped up. It's my childhood song. I love that song.
You have like repeat and repeat.
You caught me off guard. I just said something.
Oh, okay.
But I love that song though.
No. Second one, a place you want to play that you haven't visited yet.
I haven't visited or haven't played.
No, haven't. Both.
Okay, both. Would love to play in Vegas.
Yeah.
I used to live in Vegas, but I never played officially in Vegas.
Ah, you never played there?
No, never played.
Oh,
So Vegas is up there. Ultra Miami.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That's nice. Case in one word.
Case in one word?
Yeah.
Lunatic.
I wasn't expecting that at all. Lunatic. Okay.
In good and bad.
Okay. Fourth one, a person to play golf with.
Play golf with? I'm gonna play golf in a couple weeks in Florida during my US tour. And I have a good friend, he's top 5, he is 5-time major champion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a good friend of mine called Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the world. So we're gonna play for the first time together.
You are also one of the best players in the world.
No, especially not with him. Like it's gonna be embarrassing. But
Okay.
But you know, he's a great guy, and you know, as I said, he's a 5-time major championship.
Learn from the best.
Yeah.
Learning from the best.
So that's a big bucket list.
And the last one, I thought when I was preparing the interview that we have something in common, which is one thing. Tiesto can spell your name properly.
Nope.
And my surname is also impossible to pronounce.
Oh, really?
So I want you to pronounce my surname, if you can. Okay. So I have your film here. Okay?
Corredoria.
Oh!
Almost.
Yeah? Nice one. Another one?
One more time?
Yeah.
Corredoria.
Fantastic.
Really?
Better than some places where I go. Case, it's been an absolute, a massive pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I moltes gràcies també als que ens seguiu a través de les xarxes socials. Ben aviat més entrevistes aquí a l'antena dels 40 Dents.